Hi guys, and for today's educational vlog, I am Mary Tejano. I am here to give some information about for another sort of subject matter to be discussed via this video. And for today's discussion, I'll be pondering the topic all about trade. So let's go!
초콜릿은 달콤해 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 오렌지는 상큼해 상큼해 상큼해
What is trade? Trade is a basic economic concept involving the buying and selling of goods and services with compensation paid by a buyer to a seller, or the exchange of goods or services between parties. Trade can also take place within an economy between the producers and the consumers. What is international trade? So, international trade is the basis that lies in the diversity of economic resources in different countries. All countries are endowed by nature with the same production facilities. Trade broadly refers to the transaction ranging in complexity from the exchange of baseball cards between collectors to multinational policies settling protocols for imports and exports between countries. So what does export and import really means? So export, these are the products that is sold to the global market. Remember the word sold. While import is a product that is bought from the global market. So the keyword in the import is they bought. So the imports and exports are accounted for in a country's current account and the balance of payments. What are the barriers to international trade? But before we dig deeper to the barriers, let's first define trade barriers. Trade barriers are government policies which place restrictions on international trade. So trade barriers can either make trade more difficult and expensive or prevent trade completely. So, what are the reasons why government are for trade barriers? Because they want to protect domestic jobs. Second is they want to improve a trade deficit. Third is they want to protect infant industries. Fourth is they want the protection from dumping. And lastly is they want to earn more revenue. So the government are for trade barriers is because ang main standpoint nila is to safeguard their domestic industry from foreign competition. Another thing also is that they use tariffs to raise revenue and to protect domestic industries from competition from cheaper foreign goods. And now let's proceed to the trade international barriers, or shall we say the trade barriers. So what are these? So we have here the voluntary export restraints. These are the agreements between an exporting and importing country that limits the quantity businesses can export during a period. So second is we have the regulatory barriers, any legal barriers that try to restrict imports. So this includes things like safety standards, pollution standards, product standards that specify that the product should meet or exceed standards set by the local government. Third is we have the anti-dumping duties. The dumping happens when the exporting producers sells good below cost. Fourth is we have the subsidies. So the subsidies, these are the government offers subsidies to help make firms more competitive by lowering their costs. So fifth is we have the tariffs. A tariff is a type of trade barrier that acts as a tax on imports. So these are the tax of import goods and products. So the tariffs may be in the form of a specific or ad valorem tax. So last is we have the quota. Quotas is a type of trade barrier, a restriction on the quantity that can import into a country. So, in general, trade barriers protect domestic industries and jobs. Workers in export industries benefits from trade. Moreover, all workers are consumers and benefit from the expanded market choices and lower prices that trade brought. So, in simple words, barriers to trade are often called the protection because their stated purpose is to shield or advance particular industries segments of an economy. And that would be all for this video. I hope you learn something from it. Thank you and God bless.